All right, party people. Today we're doing some more exponents. You have to know all those rules. So if you don't have your foldable out, go and get that out, and we'll go and get started. First thing we need to identify what the index is. The index is this little number right here, the x. So on like 1 and 2, the index is 4. Now on any square root, so here, square root of x, the index is 2. If there's not a number there, it's 2. So 3, square root of the index is 2, 4, same thing. So we're going to go ahead and convert these to rational exponent form. Sounds like something hard. It's really not that bad. This is basically making a fraction as an exponent. So number 1 is going to be x to the 7/4, and that is it. Number 2 would be x to the 1/4, because we have a little invisible 1 right there. Number 3 would be x to the 5/2, not 5/1. Remember, there is a 2 there. Square root, and then same thing, 16 to the 1/2. 5 through 7, we're going the other way. So the denominator becomes a number on the inside of the little square root, so, or the root symbol, so that is the index, 3. And I have x squared. Same thing, number 6, I don't need the number 2 there as my index because it's understood. And last one, number 7, is kind of awkward. W, the wth root of circle x to the asterisk. If you can do number 7, you can do any of them because it's just the concept there. Now we're actually going to do some simplifying. So we want like one number. So this is the same thing as the cube root, 3 being my index, of -8. Well, just like with square root, instead of having 2, I now need a group of 3 to be able to take 1 out. And so this is where my prime factors come into play. I now have a group of 3. So look, square roots, I had 1 die, 1 goes on the outside. Now 2 die, 1 goes on the outside. So my number, my answer, is -2. Kind of similarly for number 10. If I had the 4th root of 16, well, the 4th root, that means I need 4 of the same number to be able to take 1 out. 2 times 2 times 2 2. So 3 die this time. 1 goes on the outside, so my answer is 2. Number 9 and 11, number 9's got a fraction and a negative number. Don't let that freak you out. Negative just means we put it in the bottom. This is where knowing the rules comes into handy. Then 1 over square root of 121, because that's what 1/2 means. Square root of 121 is 11. So my answer is 111. Same thing for number 11. This is the cube root of 8 squared. Well, we could first find the cube root of 8 and then square it. So the cube root of 8 is 2, because 2 times 2 times 2. And squared it is 4. You can also put this in the calculator, but the idea is that we know the rules. But just in case you want to double check, we can do 8 and then the caret symbol, and then be sure you do the parentheses around the fraction, 2/3 like that. All right, that will give you 4 in the calculator as well. Let's do a couple more, and then I'm going to let you go. Sure, number 12, why not? 3/2 to both of them, so 4 to the 3/2, and then we multiply those, so I get x to the 3rd. So let's rewrite that as the square root of 4 to the 3rd. Well, 4 to the 3rd is 64. The square root of 64 is 8. So my answer is 8, x cubed. Number 13. I could rewrite this as the cube root of 27 all squared. Well, 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. So the cube root of 27 will be 3. 3 squared is, boom, 9. We'll skip 14, we'll skip 15. Let's go 16 and 17. Those look a little more challenging. 16, we multiply those. You've got to know that rule. So -3 times 4 is +12. 8 times 9 is 72. Oh, that's not too bad. We get w to the 1/6, or if you want to write the 6th root of w, either one is correct. Doesn't say which way to do it, just says simplify the following, so I think we're good on that. Number 17, we need to multiply. -5 times that, -5 times there, -5 times there. So I get now -4 times -5 is 20. 20 over 5 is 4. X to the -10th, -5, that would be x to the 50th. And then that gives me -2. Now, if I have a negative in the bottom, that moves to the top. So I have n to the 6th over x to the 50th. And that's also where you got to know those rules. I can't stress how important those rules are. Number 18 is kind of like an onion layer type deal. We got 27 So the square root of 27, which is the same thing as 27 to the 1/2. And then I have that to the 1/3. So this, 1/3 being because it's there, is the same thing as 27 to the 1/6. And then lastly, number 19, all you gotta do is plug -8 in for x. So you got -8 to the 2/3, and then -8 to the -3rd. Alrighty? So just do all of that, and you'll get kind of a ugly number. I think you get like 4 and then plus 1/5, -512 or something like that, which is not exactly too pretty. Alrighty, good luck. See you tomorrow. Bye.